The story of Tyree Nichols is one that has touched many across the world, including the community right here in Southwest Florida. Good morning. Just minutes ago, it was a huge party here, kids running around everywhere. Now the music is turned down and kids are back in class. Yes, Chris, multiple events happening. Right now we have the Edison Awards happening to the right of us, plus that music walk. Right now we have some light rain, some light wind that is slowly starting to pick up here in Port Charlotte. You can see the rain dropping on me. It's still 50-50. I even asked some workers who are staying here at the fairgrounds, and they tell me they haven't heard anything from the Fair Association. So we're still waiting for that answer. Some of those delays and cancellations happening right here at RSW. This means more affordable housing for families here in Collier County. I can smell the red tide. I can also feel the effects. I have throat irritation. Well, John, it is really cold out here. I'm shivering. My toes are cold, but rain or shine, the races will go on. Right now, we're on Edwards Drive, right behind the Luminary Hotel, and I want you to take a look at the surge in this area. You can see that the water is past my ankles. We first came to Sun Shrimp Farms 1 week after Hurricane Ian ravaged through the farm, destroying their tents and killing thousands of pounds of shrimp. Now we're back to see how they're recovering.
Let me tell you, it just really, the storm really hit us pretty hard.
But they came back harder, from broken tents to damaged tanks and dead shrimp.
Wow.
Sun Shrimp owner Robin Pearl walked us inside the 8-acre greenhouse.
Our shrimp, they need warm weather, and right now even though it's cooler outside, it's nice in here.
Warm. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Almost 4 months since Ian, and Sun Shrimp is breeding some healthy shrimp.
They're looking at the quality, make sure that it has good antennas, make sure the animal's healthy.
They're now starting to see the fruits of all the hard labor it took to keep the shrimp that survived Ian alive.
Is that a male or female?
That's a male.
That's a male. So you can see the male. It has two little sperm packages right here.
Production manager Catherine Lipson makes sure the shrimp are getting fed, that oxygen levels are good, and that water is pristine.
Before we had no roofs, not a lot of metal, all the tanks were exposed.
She says the season has been a successful one.
We saved a lot of shrimp as well, so we were still able to have our big brood stock season, still able to process for the plant, so it's really great what we're able to do.
Pearl says they started shipping to customers in early December.
All those tanks have been restocked, and our hatchery is working again, and so we're busy stocking all our tanks. So it's.
Are you back to the levels you once were?
I think by the end of this month we will be. Yeah. So a couple more stockings, then we'll be pretty much full.
But the work doesn't end.
They're still working in tanks, and they're still fixing tanks. Like you see over here, you see some tanks that have no liner in it.
Like many in Southwest Florida who are in the rebuilding phase, he's looking to build better and stronger. Like this greenhouse built with cement walls. It survived Hurricane Ian, and Pearl says it's the future.
Now that we know that this model works, we want to build hundreds of these tanks.
As he celebrates the resilience Sun Shrimp has shown.
Given the fact that this was right in the heart of the storm and the hurricane, I feel very, very lucky.
And there was never a doubt in his mind.
But we have proven that we can survive.
Just like the shrimp that persevered through the storm, he says survival is in their DNA. Reporting in Pine Island, Alexandra Rangel, Fox 4.
Yes, score.
Much more than a package for Susan Warner.
Okay, it came. My Instant Pot is here. Woohoo!
Pulling her wagon, she walked 2 blocks to the post office on 200 Carolina Avenue.
We have a post office here.
Not only does she have her mail, but now she can cook some meals at home while her kitchen gets repaired.
It's going to be a new protocol. They're going to have to work it out, and the kinks out.
For almost 4 months, residents have had to drive to a post office 30 minutes away.
Well, from here, it's a long drive up there to get that.
The 2 mobile units were placed in the parking lot of the now destroyed Fort Myers Beach Postal Office.
It's been difficult. It's been very difficult.
Even when he served in the battlefield, Jay Gray says he received mail.
They've been poorly organized and they've let us down.
And for those still hoping to get mail delivered, the USPS says the next step is to evaluate delivery points on the island. Warner says it's going to take a little bit.
You just have to be patient. It is a test of patience.
a lesson she learned as she anxiously waited for her crock pot to arrive. And as for her first recipe she'll be cooking,
Pot roast, carrots, potatoes, onions, a little celery in there.
and a whole lot of love. Reporting in Fort Myers Beach, Alexandra Rangel, Fox 4.